Abortion. Should it be a right? Abortion is a widely discussed topic nowadays, but let's start from the basics.
Hi everyone, we are a group of students from Liceo Ferisi in Italy, and for the Global Perspectives STEAM project, we decided to explore the controversial topic of abortion.
As 16-year-old girls, we believe it is important to openly discuss issues like this, which mostly concerns women, but in our opinion should regard us as a society. The purpose of this video is to inform the viewers about this theme so that everyone can develop a personal perspective.
To do so, we are going to talk about things such as the definition of abortion, its consequences, and the laws that are currently implemented. Next, we are going to explore different perspectives about the topic, like the medical, the religious, and the local one, to give an idea of the diversity of opinions, even in small communities. Finally, we are going to talk about the influence of social media and share our personal opinion, which you are free to disagree with.
First of all, what is abortion? Abortion is a procedure to end a pregnancy, and it can be done in two different ways.
An abortion can be easily mistaken for miscarriage, so let's clear the difference. The miscarriage is a spontaneous end of the pregnancy. Instead, the abortion is induced and voluntary and can be done in two different ways.
Surgical abortion is performed by a doctor who anesthetizes the patient, which is why the solution can be dangerous, and after that, the cervix is widened and the fetus is extracted by suction. Surgical abortion is almost 100% effective, and the period of time in which action must be taken is 3 months, which span of time is almost 3 weeks longer than the medical procedures.
Medical abortion uses medicine to terminate the pregnancy. In fact, it is also called abortion with pills. This type of abortion is 97% effective, but needs to be done within the first 10 weeks of pregnancy.
It is important to know the risks of abortion before having one. There are common side effects after an abortion, such as vomiting, nausea, and bleeding, which pass within a week or more.
Additionally, there may be some complications following the operation, including damage to the cervix or uterus, excessive bleeding, and in some cases, also rare death.
What are the consequences on mental health? Having an abortion or being denied one does not only affect physical well-being, but in many cases it also influences mental health and quality of life.
Most people that request an abortion think that others would look down on them if they knew their intentions. Thus, they perceive stigma, which is a combination of unfair beliefs and feelings of disapproval that most citizens have, and they feel like they do not reach society's expectations of womanhood and motherhood. For these reasons, many women prefer to keep their procedure a secret.
All these factors, in addition to the possible guilt or shame caused by personal beliefs, contribute to psychological distress and raise the anxiety levels, which may exacerbate pre-existing conditions such as depression or cause long-term consequences for mental health.
However, in some cases, being denied an abortion can increase economic problems for years, such as not being able to cover basic expenses or even eviction or bankruptcy. On top of that, women who aren't able to get an abortion have a higher probability of keeping in touch with a violent partner.
What are the laws regarding abortion in our country? Since 1978 in Italy, our country, it is allowed to terminate a pregnancy thanks to the law 194. Within the first 90 days, a woman can decide to abort for different reasons, such as health, family, social, or economic problems.
After this period, the procedure is permitted only if a doctor certifies that continuing the pregnancy will be a threat for the mother's physical or psychological health, as long as the fetus doesn't have the ability to survive outside the uterus. In this case, the abortion is possible only if the woman's life is in great danger and the doctor has to protect the fetus during the procedure.
However, the Law 194 also gives gynecologists the right to refuse to execute an abortion, and this leads to an inconsistent service. In fact, in 2019, it has been found that 4,000 2,363 Italian women had no choice but to travel, potentially even abroad, to have an abortion.
And what about other countries? Laws regarding abortion vary depending on the country.
Even though gestational limits change in different countries, abortion on request is the most widespread. It is the most common in Europe and most Asia and Oceania, but other countries such as Canada, Argentina, and South Africa also have it.
On the other hand, states like India, the UK, and Japan allow abortion on social or economic grounds, while others permit it in order to preserve health.
Many countries only allow abortion to save a person's life. This is the case of states such as Brazil, Chile, and Iran.
As the United States and Mexico are a confederation of several states, abortion laws vary depending on the local legislation.
Finally, in some countries like Egypt, Madagascar, and Iraq, abortion is completely prohibited.
Now, let's explore the different perspectives on the topic.
Regarding the medical perspective, abortion is an essential component of women's healthcare. Clinical practice, postgraduate medical education, and medical training all cover abortion care.
Abortion may be the only way to save a woman's life or maintain her health when pregnancy issues, such as placental abruption, bleeding from placenta previa, preeclampsia or eclampsia, and cardiac or renal problems are too severe.
Approximately 21 million women worldwide have unsafe, illegal abortions every year, and the complications resulting from these procedures cause for over 50,000 maternal deaths annually, or 13% of all maternal deaths.
Sound health policy is best based on scientific fact and evidence-based medicine. The best healthcare is provided free of political interference in the patient-physician relationship. Personal decision-making by women and their doctors should not be replaced by political ideology.
In the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, November 2017 Statement of Policy, like all medical matters, decisions regarding abortion should be made by patients in consultation with their health care providers and without undue interference by outside parties.
In this statement is also said that a woman's decision to undergo an abortion is influenced by or required by numerous variables. These comprise, but are not restricted to, fetal abnormalities, illness during pregnancy, exposure to teratogenic drugs, rape, incest, intimate partner violence, hurdles to contraceptive usage and access, and failure of contraceptives.
Between religious groups, abortion is a widely discussed topic, and in many cases it is still an unsolved matter.
Some communities don't have a clear position on the issue. For example, since the different Islamic groups aren't organized under a single authority, it hasn't been defined when life starts, and therefore until which month abortion is morally acceptable. On the other hand, the Catholic Church has always opposed terminating pregnancies, as it is considered murder no matter how much time has passed since the conception.
However, there are also religious groups, such as the Reform and Conservative Judaism in the USA, which allow women to choose to continue or end their pregnancy with very few exceptions. Despite this, in many cases, the believer's opinion differs from the position of their religious group. In fact, what matters the most is not the religion affiliation, but the personal faith.
To learn the local perspective, we decided to do an anonymous digital survey with our friends, families, and teachers. 489 people have completed the survey, and most of them are minors, and in all the age categories, the number of females who answered was significantly higher. These are the most relevant answers that we have received.
The first question was, do you think abortion should be a right?
As you can see from the pie chart, most people think that women should generally have the right to abort. However, the answers vary depending on the gender. In fact, 11.5% of all males think that it should not be a right, when only 2.4% of all females gave this answer.
In addition to this, 60% think that they know enough about the topic, but would also like to learn more, while 18% of the people answered yes, which means that they have enough knowledge about the topic and that they are interested in learning more.
The majority also thinks that abortion should be more discussed and that people should know more about it.
Between those who believe in a religion, the majority thinks that their personal opinion hasn't been influenced by their religion. Therefore, this confirms what we had previously found with our internet research. Abortion is highly discussed on social media too. In fact, they provide a space where people share their opinion about this matter.
What is more, many women posted their experiences with abortion, and the majority of them states they felt guilty, but it was their right to do it.
The debate about abortion is a heated one. Even famous people and politicians express their thoughts.
Social media supports the right to abort, allowing the individuals to find support in online communities by people who had similar experiences. It also promotes campaigns and petitions to raise awareness about the issue.
However, social media is also known for the fact that misinformation spreads quickly, and false narratives about abortion can easily influence people's opinion. In addition to this, negative comments and cyberbullying scare people and prevent them from taking part in debates and sharing their stories.
In conclusion, while factors such as religion, politics, and social media may influence our perspective, our own opinion is mainly based on personal experience and stories that regard us or our family and friends closely.
Our personal perspective is that everyone should have the right to decide whether they want to continue or terminate their pregnancy, since we don't know anything about the reasons why one might want to make such a drastic decision.
This is just what we think, and you're completely free to disagree with us. But this is just meant for you to develop your own opinion and eventually share it with others and encourage your friends to do the same.
Thank you for your attention. We hope that this video has helped you reflect on the topic of abortion and that you have a clearer view on the situation around the world.
So, do you think abortion should